hard to survive. No matter what we've been through, it's me and my boo.
Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big step. Yeah. Wait a minute. Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a big step. Yeah. Wait a minute. Get it how you live it. 10 toes in when we standing on business. I'm a
Okay, yes sir. So we just getting the background for TikTok. Boy, don't you know I'm about that hip hop. Big stepper, underground rapper. Don't know what you're talking about, the lesser. If you stretch her, but you gonna mess up. So, let me see here. Yeah, let me see, I need to figure out how. That's what I'm gonna try to do here. Growth and recovery. Growth and recovery. We don't stop. Let's see. It looks like a stop sign, right? Alright. Let's see. Yes. Smooth. What's this do? Okay. No matter what we've been through, this is me and my boo. Round, round. Alright. You know how you live it. Let me see here. First off, might as well plug it in. Plug my laptop in. Okay. Okie dokie. Smoky. You know what I'm saying? Get my laptop plugged in. Bam. Trying to get everything situated. Ah, yeah. Boy, don't you know? I thought you knew. Cause I'm an armadillo. You know what I'm saying? We be doing the armadillo thing. Well, anyways. Alright, so let's go live. We out here. So, got a whole bunch of stuff, man. I ain't playing with this shit, man. Cool, right? See? First day of school today. So technically it was yesterday, but today I went in. Now I could have did all online classes and that probably would have been the easier route, right, but I just wanted to feel like I was in school, so I went. I made sure of that. And I tell you what, I'm 38 years old and I felt like I was in high school, man. There's a bunch of kids, like, you know, they're high school. It's like high school, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a trip. I felt a little uncomfortable, a little awkward, you know what I mean? I'm gonna post, I got a video of like me walking through school. I'm gonna post that stuff later. Got a whole bunch of pamphlets. They had, man, they were giving out free shirts. And there was a long line, and I kind of counted how, because they were only giving out, it's like shirt drop or something. and they had like 25 shirts, but there was like 27 people in line, and I was number 28th. I thought I might have counted it correctly. I was like, I might get one. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see. And there was like 2 people ahead of me, and I didn't get a shirt, but I spun the wheel, and I won this cool armadillo hat. Check me out. That's my mascot. That's my school. Hey, what's up? What's his name, man? Hold on, man. I forgot your name, boss. I see you, though. I see you. How you doing, bro? Big Rock, right? Big Rock, right? That's you? Alright, let me see. Hold on now. Today is day 21. That's my school stuff. Minimize that. Just gonna see how, because I'm on YouTube right now, too. I'll talk about that later. Hold on, y'all. Just trying to get set up. You know what I'm saying? How y'all doing today? Y'all doing okay? What a beautiful day, right? What a beautiful day. I feel good. I can't deny. Typically, this early in recovery, feeling this good don't make no damn sense. I tell you that. It don't make no sense to me. But I like it. I fucks with it. You feel me? I likes it. I like it. I like it. Alright, let me go to YouTube. Day 4. Oh, Sonny, day 4, man. How you feeling, bro? You okay? Hey, I would say a couple more days. If you're doing the work, you're going to feel a lot better. You might already feel better now. I don't know. I'm just saying. I know how I felt on day 4. It was kind of like, you know, I had to kind of I had to really set a good foundation in the morning, man. For real. And it's so important. You know, a lot of us just be thinking we can just speak it into existence like that's going to work. Oh, I'm just not going to use no more, and I'm just going to white knuckle it, bro. I'm just going to hold on tight. Hold on. It don't work that way. I mean, you can hold on as long as you want. You ain't going to last. I mean, I don't last. You know what I mean? Struggles. Yeah, I relapsed on Father's Day weekend. Look, man, I'll tell you my relapse, okay? So, I mean, I'm a chronic relapser, okay? So don't feel bad. I mean, I'm not saying it's okay. But be aware, check out what happened, and work on it, bro. You know what I mean? This is a program of action, okay? Like I was saying, we just can't speak it into existence. Your sobriety cannot be spoke into existence. That's not how it works. It's a program of action. That's why they got them steps and stuff. It's a way of living. Because I tell you right now, I do not know how to live. I do not know how to live, y'all. But I'm learning. Meeting a day, okay. Yeah, man, I've had time. Yeah, well, honestly, the longest time I had was in drug court. And I've had some penitentiary time, but do that count? You know, working out, doing 1,000 push-ups. I mean, I don't know. It's just, there's stuff in there. People say that there's stuff inside, right? And you can get it. And there was times when I was inside and I got it. You know, really, when I used to work at ODR, I used to be in the officer's dining room. And because I'm a chef, you know, I've been cooking my whole life. Not that I want to do that anymore. For some reason, I lost my passion with cooking. I don't even like cooking no more. But what I'm saying is, you know, really, when I hold on, work at ODR, I used to be in the office. All right, so yeah, I kind of jumped around real quick, man. Let me explain the relapse real quick, okay? And then I'm gonna explain how my recovery, how long I had, okay? Hey, thank you, R. I appreciate you so much, man. Much love. Hey, if y'all don't mind, while you're here, if you can help me, because I'm just a little creator right now, and I'm trying to grow big, you know what I'm saying, like my muscles, just tap the screen for me. And if you haven't already, follow. Let's see if we can get that likes. I know they said something about 10,000 likes, and then it like really pushes it, you know what I mean? So just do one of them numbers, you know what I'm saying? I would say, if you ain't tapping, you're cracking, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing. But, so, for me, my relapse are, when I came down to Texas, because I got locked up in PA, man. I did some time in Texas, got out, went up to see my dad. I'm thinking me and my dad gonna bond. My dad's, he's an alcoholic as well, but he knows how to make some money. He's one of them functioning alcoholics. You know, there's a whole bunch of those. I don't know how they do it. I'm not functioning. I get, as soon as I do it, that unmanageability inside, that shit I go crazy, bro. I go crazy and I can't handle it. But it just progressed over the years. Over the years, it got worse and worse and worse and worse. And that's what they say about the disease. It's progressive, it's chronic, it's fatal. You know, you're always gonna have it. You know what I mean? But so I was in Pennsylvania, I got out, I did drug court. So drug court, I had some recovery. And at first I was messing with that cabbage, and that cabbage, I couldn't even get off that. You know what I mean? Because that's even hard to get off. People don't think that's like, they try to excuse the cabbage, bro. But let me tell you, man, you can't excuse the cabbage. That stuff makes you lazy. And if you're like me, you be a cabbage eating mofo. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is, I had to go to rehab for cabbage. For real. Well, I don't want to get time. You know, if you mess up on drug court, especially you got some felonies like I did, because I got caught with one of them in PA, stupidly. And I was facing like 7 to 15 years or something like that. So when they gave me drug court, that was a blessing. You know what I mean? And I was so grateful. And I graduated after I got out of rehab. Up there, I graduated and I stayed clean. Okay, and when I got off, I wanted to come back to Texas. I got 5 kids in Texas. All right, I got all my kids down here. And in my head, I just wanted to see them, because you gotta understand, I went and did a whole bunch of time. And then I went up to PA. I got caught up, did a whole bunch of time. So my older 3 kids, I didn't see them for like 8-9 years, straight up, long time. Okay, so when I came down here, and I see my kids, and I seen them like grown up and stuff, I put on a leather jacket. What does it say? Or a varsity Letterman jacket and wrestle someone. Hey, ain't no one here to wrestle. I'll wrestle my damn self. I ain't got no leather jacket. But it would be much appreciated with my broke ass. But hey, just how about you just chill, Emma? Thank you for the comment, though. It'll be cool. I would love that. I didn't even expect that. That's funny. Anyways, when I came down to see my kids, and they were all grown, and they called me Sebastian, bro. They don't even call me dad. You know what I mean? And honestly, my kids, they don't even want to see me. I'll see them at the gatherings, and I'll talk to them on the phone. But I'll offer them to come over, stay the night. They don't want to. I guess they got trust issues with me, which is understandable. You know what I mean? I respect that. And they just don't look at me like their dad right now. That's gonna take time. You know, I'm gonna make that amends when I get there, and I'm gonna just, what my aunt told me, and what I'm gonna tell y'all. If you got issues with your family, you just gotta be consistent. You know what I'm saying? You gotta think about that. Just be consistent, bro. If you're doing the same thing and you're here for a little bit, for me, is I would be in my kids' lives, and then I'd be gone for years. And it ain't like I can call or nothing. I'd be in the cell, wishing I was getting mail, watching that mailman go by, mad as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, it sucks. And so, like I'm saying, when I seen them and they called me Sebastian and they didn't want to come over, and I even was like trying to say, hey, y'all can have a party here, like really trying to win they love type shit. It didn't work. And that shit hurt me, man. And I just lost it, really, bro. For real. And I relapsed. And it started with alcohol, and it progressed further, and it did some other things. You know what I mean? And I'm telling you, I went crazy. The unmanageability, all that right in here, I was going crazy, man. And I just couldn't stop. Because I tell you right now, I do it. What I do is like the most taboo and worst way to do things. People look at me like, oh, bro, you do that? Yeah, that's bad. It is bad. You know, it's sickening, man. I got a disease. And why do I have this disease? Because inside I'm diseased. I'm irritable, restless, and discontented when I'm sober. Okay? Because I'm always seeking outside sources to kill the pain inside, to make me feel okay. Because as soon as that stuff hits my mouth, or however I put it in me, I get that sense of ease and comfort immediately. And I know how to my mind knows how to make me feel good. And that's been going on for a long time. Many, many, many years. All right? So I'm conditioned to do this shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. I'm conditioned to seek outside things, outside sources to make me feel better. And obviously, when you put it in you, the phenomenon of craving takes over, and you are I'm unable to stop, bro. I can't stop. So if you're just stepping in, man, we just talking about, you know, real life stuff. I'm trying to talk about my day today. I'm going to college. See, I got my college hat on, and we're just growing, man. And yeah, I talk about recovery. I talk about prison. I talk about where I'm at now. I talk about being a dad and trying to do all that out, you know, trying to work that out. And I'm trying to engage. And really my goal and my passion is to reach and teach and show other people that there's a way out, man. Yeah, I might not got a lot of time, but I've been there before. And I've been trying to do this for a long time. And so what I want to do is we're just going to grow together. So, yeah. So, yeah, man, I understand the relapse happened for me. But I understand that it had to, because honestly, I could never truly get it through my head. Step 1, 2, and 3. I couldn't. I could not understand that I was powerless. And I didn't really understand that unmanageability. Yeah, I can't manage a job. Yeah, I can't manage, you know, my household, my relationships, how I act. But really, it's really what's going on inside. That unmanageability is inside. You know what I mean? So that's important. Once I had that realization and that understanding, right? Because that first step, what? We powerless and our life's unmanageable. Came to believe that a power greater than self can restore us to sin. That's step 2. Yeah, I believe it. But then that third step is the kicker, bro. And you got to turn it over to him. Every day I'm building a foundation. Because like I was saying, I've been doing this for a long time. So the way I act, my demeanor, it's habitual. It's how I am. So I got to change the way I think. I got to change the way I act. So I just ask God to guide me. God, you know, have me act how you want me to act. Show me how I can be of service to others. Because when I'm helping other people, that gets me out of my head. That's why that service, that's like one of your priorities. What is a joke, man? Let's get this dude out of here. I ain't trying to deal with that, man. There we go. You know, no negativity, man. And if he wasn't being negative, he should have been careful what he said. What a joke. There's nothing I'm talking about. It's not a joke right now. Now, I do joke. And if you watch my content, you know I do a lot of jokes about the addiction. Because it's just funny sometimes just to look back and be like, damn, I was crazy, wasn't I? But anyways, where y'all from, man? I didn't even see who was kind of share live and Kurt. Yeah, man, if y'all would share my live, I got 7 people in here. If 7 people show my live, that might really help me out. Because I'm requesting some help from you guys, man, please. Anyways, I started school today. And I'm going to SAC. I'm from San Antonio. And it was cool, man. I was a little uncomfortable a little bit because I just felt out of place. And that sometimes happens. You know what I mean? Us addicts, we get a little anxious, a little uncomfortable. Dayton, Ohio. I've been to Ohio before. Yeah. You like NASCAR? Isn't that where... Oh, that's Dayton, not Daytona. I'm tripping. My bad. Feel silly for saying that. But... yeah, so what I'm doing is just building a foundation every morning, man. And I'm getting closer to my kids as the days go by. And I'm staying busy. And I'm going to bed early. I'm waking up early. What I love to do is create content, so I'm doing that. Even though I'm just a little content creator, it don't matter. Even if I just help one person, that's enough for me. You know? Hey, that's where I was from. That's where my fiance is from. Little bit, right? Little Bitum? Little Bitum. Cool name. Yeah, my fiance, I was living in Steelton, over by Harrisburg, and then moved to York. Because that's where I didn't go there to live. I had caught a charge in York, and I got stuck there. Went up to PA for vacation, left on probation. You know what I mean? But... so, life is good. I'm happy. And my fiance is happy because I tell you, my fiance is a normie. Let me plug my phone in real quick. My fiance is a normie. She don't drink. She don't do nothing. Okay? So, you can only imagine, you know, our loved ones when they see us. And, like, if you're in a relationship or even your mother or whatever and they see us, they're hurting, man. Because we're just hurting ourselves. You know what I mean? I can only imagine. You know, it's hard to see when you in it, but that's what my fiance would tell me. You know, she said, I just saw you and I saw that you was hurting inside and that you was hurting yourself. And it just hurt her. you know. So it's tough. It's tough for the family, man. We don't even realize it, but we're hurting them, and they're going through some stuff too. You know what I mean? And I think that's when we get to the ninth step that we see that. Some of us act like we didn't do nothing to them. I'm just doing it to myself. I didn't do nothing to my family. You know what I mean? Now, when you wake up in the morning, you throwing up or whatever you're going through, they hear that. That does something. You know what I mean? That does something. Thank you, Robin. Much love. Shay, I appreciate the love. I need some love right now. If you don't mind, show some love on that screen for me. Tap it for me. Let's get those hearts up. And it will help get some people in here. I have a couple times had over 100 people in there. I was ecstatic. I was like, oh my gosh. Yeah, but I was doing like cooking and stuff. You know what I mean? I found that when I'm just chilling, talking like this, not too many people come in. But I ain't tripping. As long as the ones that are here, you know, it's like we having our own little meeting. And I guess what I'm learning to do is to ask y'all some questions, right? So, is anybody in here in recovery? If you are, drop a fire emoji. Thank you, Robin. I need that tap. Hey, I see it going up. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I really do mean that. I really do. It is so much appreciated. Because I love doing this. And it's crazy because before I went into the penitentiary, I just had one of them regular little flip phones. And when I got out, they had the smartphones. I really missed that whole gateway to when it turned from those little cheap phones to the smartphones. And when I got out of school, I didn't even have a phone for like 6 months. I didn't want one. But yeah, speaking about when I was in there, so I work in ODR, and so I was talking about how, you know, in the penitentiary it is harder to get stuff, and I did have some sobriety time, but then there was a time when I didn't. And in certain places, let me get that cup out. In certain facilities, it's everywhere, y'all. But mostly cabbage, and yeah. So when I got out, I wasn't, you know what I mean. It didn't really help me. I didn't really learn anything. Stupid, man. Something just real hard-headed. Just don't want to do what's suggested. That's always been my problem. It's just that, you know, people suggest what I should do because they've been through what they've been through and they understand, and they share what worked for them. And for some reason, we think that like we're different. You know, yeah, we all have different lives. It even says that in the book. You know, we might not mix typically, but we all basically suffer from the same problem. And it ain't the drink. That's not the problem. I'm the problem. You know what I mean? I got a me problem. And that's what kind of got me started, is I started to realize about stuff in my past, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, what do y'all want to hear me talk about, man? You know, some more recovery? You want me to tell you a story about the penitentiary? I know that sometimes that could be interesting. I don't find it interesting. I find it it reminds me. That's why I like talking about it. You're from France? What? I want to go there. That is my dream, to travel. Damn, Sean, that's what's up. So what did you do, bro? Like, are you working a program? Like you go AA, NA, or like you just do church? I know some people that get real spiritual, which I'm a very spiritual person now. I got a good, close relationship with God, man. I would if I could, and eventually I will. And if I do, I'm going to touch down and I'm going to holler at you. Apathetic. I like your name. I really, really like to travel. I believe that there's some really beautiful places, some special places. You know, like just unique places, man. Like with like just ancient, not civilization. What's that? Ancient, not artifacts, but like pyramids and stuff. I would love to see that stuff. That's so amazing and so cool to me. It's because the mystery, you know what I mean? Like, how did that happen? That's a trip. And I can only imagine being able to see the Eiffel Tower. You know, we got some cool stuff here in America. Only in America. But, so you have fun up there. Oh, it'll be fun. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. Don't forget to tap, y'all. Don't forget to tap. But, yeah, school was cool. I'm doing 3 courses online. And right now I'm taking psychology, philosophy, U.S. history, and theater. You can Google Saint-Tropez, you will. I'm gonna check it out. I promise you. Yeah, and that's where you stay. That's where you live. It sounds like an island or something, yo. Like, what is Saint Tropez? I know you say it was in France. I mean, France, I'm trying to see. There's islands on the side. Isn't that by the water, right? I'm trying to see. I can't think. Anyways. Yeah, today's a good day. I'm waiting on my fiance to get home. I'm going to try to get some rest early tonight. Because I want to be an early riser, waking up early. So, you know, I can tell you a story. I can try to share with y'all really how I got involved in AA. It started back in 2008. You know, when I was real young. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that, man. For real. Thank you so much. When I was young, I don't know what happened, but I got into a habit of like taking things. And I know that when I was young also, I was very depressed. Extremely depressed, yo. I'm not really sure why. But you know, it was bad. You know what I mean? Like trying to hurt myself type stuff, you know? And when I found cabbage, it frankly saved my life. It's a paradox, you know what I'm saying? Because I was hurting so bad that it did bring me out of that pain for a while. And it led me down a nasty road. But, you know, it's a trip when you really think about it. How serious that paradox is. Paradoxically, I like that word. But that's what I'm saying. Like, it saved my life, destroyed my life. And here it is. My life is beautiful again. So it's a trip how that works. That's why I know that we all hear all of it, man. All of it playing. I mean, alcohol. I'm gonna say a trash can junkie. That sounds bad, right? That's what I was. I mean, I am, but I've got it under control. I like cabbage. It's bad. Is that blocked? I don't mind. Why is that blocked? Approve. Yes, I didn't even realize there's a blocked ones on here. I opened it. Yeah, everything, man. You know, I mean, frankly, let me show you. I'll share with you like this, man. When it comes to what I'm gonna do, it's just whatever's working for me, whatever I can get, whatever lasts the longest. Yo, what's up, Mr. Make It Happen? What'd you make happen today? What's going down? Whatever I can find, whatever is available, whatever is cheap, whatever lasts long. It's just whatever's working. And I basically have gone through all the phases of all the substances. Okay? I'm young, stuck on blues, fam. What's wrong? Talk to me. Any advice about what? Are you trying to... How many days you got sober? 1. That's important. I got to know where you at. Is it based on recovery? Because I tell you, if it is, I can give you some advice. And I'll tell you first, I don't got it all figured out. You're 3 days in, so you just started. And you didn't go to no detox, you're just doing it on your own. Are you going to meetings? All right, first, this is what I said. You gotta do completely different routines. If you're doing the same thing and you're just white knuckling it, you're not gonna make it. Okay, so that's why I tell you, like, don't do that. You get busy, call people. You know, in the beginning, what I did, because the thoughts are gonna be there, especially in the beginning, they're gonna be there. You know what I mean? So what I would prepare first thing in the morning, what I would do, and I'm telling you, this is A1 advice. And if you do this with intention and with all your heart, it's gonna help you. Okay? So as soon as I wake up, I hit my knees. I don't care if you don't really believe in God or you're not a Christian. It has nothing to do with it. Humble yourself, get on your knees, and ask God to keep you clean and sober for the day. There's some special prayers that are in the book. Even like I said, don't matter if you don't believe. You just read the prayers. This is what I'm telling you. You got to change the way you do things. You know what I mean? In the morning, rather than roll up, or in the morning, you do what you do. You make it, or whatever you're doing, or you grab the bottle, right? So you got to wake up, hit them knees, and grab your book. Do some readings. You know, you got to get spiritual. All right, however you want to define that, however you want to look at it, you got to do that. Absolutely, that's I haven't got there yet, but you're absolutely right, playing. All right, so I do my prayers, okay, and then I meditate. Actually, I meditate first. For me, that's my opinion, because I'm still in that delta theta state. Okay, do my prayer, ask God to keep me clean and sober. I get in that shower, okay, and I turn it cold at the end. There's something about that cold water. So the colder you can stand, the better. Just even if you can't do it all the way cold, that cold water is going to get you feeling good right away. As you get out the shower and you drying up, look in the mirror. I want you to look at yourself in the mirror and you can tell yourself you love yourself. I love you. You are the shit. You're going to conquer the day. You're going to do everything you're supposed to do. You're a positive person. You're a remarkable person. You're an amazing person. And there's something about that does something. Okay? And I can share with y'all a science experiment that kind of makes sense when you really think about it. It makes sense. Anyways, I tell myself all those beautiful things. And give myself a hug. You don't got a crib right now? Well, go to the gas station. You know what I mean? Think about all the things we used to do to get what we needed. I used to do some crazy stuff, bro. You got to put that same energy into getting sober. That's how it's got to work. What they say in the groups is you got to seek God with the desperation of a drowning man. You got to seek your recovery like you drowning. Because in all actuality, you are. And if you're not careful, we're going to be on the live. Or something's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, if you do this, you're going to set a good foundation for yourself. And then anytime them thoughts come, I say a mantra to myself. And this is what I got to do in the beginning, because the thoughts are going to come. That's what I'm saying. They're going to come in the beginning. If you do this steady every day, I'm on day 21. I'm not having any thoughts now. I swear, I will keep it real with you. But what I do, especially in my meditation, I don't know where you at. I don't know why it keeps blocking your comment. I don't know where you at with meditation, how you feel about that. I envision a protective field around me, like a force field. And I say a mantra, or I envision and I say, nothing may enter unless it's for my greater good. Anything that's trying to harm me, it ain't going to be allowed to enter. And I envision it as it's real. And when I have those thoughts, I say, that's the addiction. That ain't me. That might have been a part of me. I'm leaving that part behind. That's the addiction. I'm building a life today. I don't want to forget. I don't want to numb. So that, like, I feel like that changes, like, that thought process. Rather than start to dwell on it. Because you got to remember, we have that spiritual malady. AKA spiritually disconnected from anything higher than ourselves. We're relying on ourselves, so we got nothing. All right, when we got that spiritual malady, that means we're all unmanageable inside. It hurts inside. I hate how I feel inside. So what am I going to do? I'm going to eventually, those thoughts, if you're not careful, it's going to turn into an obsession. Thank you, man. I appreciate Jonathan, for real. Thanks for sticking around. I know I seen you come in the beginning, and you've been here. Much love, bro. Much respect. What is a 2%? I don't know. What's the 2%? 2% what? Like I don't understand. Help me, and I might know. I'm just not tracking right now. You know what I mean? Anyways, if you gotta, man, what was I saying? Oh yeah. So if we let the thoughts go, they're gonna turn into a mental obsession. Okay? And I gotta say, once you allow it to turn into a mental obsession, it's hard to return from that. I know when that starts happening, when I start obsessing, I'm pacing, man. I'm walking back around the room. I'm irritable. I'm agitated. I'm thinking of what can I do now? What can I do now? I'm starting to find any reason. I'm trying to rationalize any reason I can do it. Any excuse I can make for myself. That's the truth. Any excuse I can make for myself, I'm going to find it. I'm good at that shit. And 2% ER is people that made it out of the addiction. Get with the... I mean, I haven't heard that, man. I've never heard that. But thank you. That's what's up. I haven't heard it, though. Where you from, Lang? You know, I mean, that's just something I missed, you know? But thank you, though. I appreciate that insight. So only 2%. 2%er is people that made it out of addiction. So that you're saying, like, that small amount of people, that's it? I don't understand, Lang. I never heard that, bud. But I'm with the program. I'm working it, man. I'm working it day in, day out. Hey, I'm from San Antonio, man. So that's cool. What part of Texas? I did some time in East Texas, Navasota, or was it? Yeah, it was Navasota. That's right by Louisiana, I think. Gib Lewis. I did some time there, and I tell you, Gib Lewis. I made it too, bro, from L.A. Sweet. Yeah, Gib Lewis. So how you doing today, Paul? You all right, man? So you made it too, bro, from L.A. So you part of that 2%? Is that what you're saying? Or you made it too and you're from L.A.? I got you. I got you, bro. That's what's up. How many days you got? I want to hear it. I want to hear where y'all at. You know, we got to support each other. That's what this is all about. It's a community. And that's the only way we work. We're going to work together. You know what I mean? Y'all DM me, bro. Y'all have a thought? Y'all need some help? See you, Playing. Thanks for stopping in, bro. Tap it on the way out, bro, for me. Appreciate it. But if y'all need some help, you need to talk, DM me. I'll give you my number, man. I don't care. Y'all can call me. And it's good. Like sometimes, even when it ain't even a thought, you know what I mean? Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think it's 2% either, because I know that this recovery thing, it's always been a big thing in my eyes. And I can, hold on, where's my book, man? Where's my book, bro? Where's my book? It's over here, I think. That's my book, bro. I got my 4 stuff somewhere. Anyways, in the book it says about like thousands and millions of people that have recovered. You know what I'm saying? So it can't be 2%, not anymore. No, but I will say, it takes a long time for us to start to really understand. You got to work this program, man. You got to. You cannot do it on your own. We are beyond human aid, right? And I believe you can get to a point where you're very strong in your recovery. Absolutely, bro. Where those thoughts don't even occur. You can walk in the middle of a battlefield and you ain't going to get hit. That's going to happen. Those promises that they say, it's going to be given to us, man. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've gone into the rooms, seen people in worse cases than me, way worse than me. Or who's to say what's worse? But I'm saying they bad, bro. And then I come back after I do a little run, and I remember we got into the rooms together, and they still there. And it's simple. It's simple. It ain't easy. I'm saying it's simple. It's like this. They do what they're told. That's why you get a sponsor. That's why it's important you work the steps. That's why we read how it works. Every time we get in there, we're reading how it works. You know? Getting that shit in our brain. I don't want to listen, though. I always had reservations. There's always things I just didn't agree with. I had an issue with the higher power for a long time. I didn't understand how to turn my wheel over. That didn't make sense to me. You know what I mean? What made sense to me was to get my kids back. What made sense to me was to get my girl back. What made sense to me was to get the good job, to get a car, to get a home. That's what made sense to me, right? So we put all these other priorities. This is not charging. We put all these other priorities in front of recovery. And the thing is, yeah, I've heard of the 1%ers, yeah. And the thing is, if you put all that stuff in front, all that shit that you want, your girl, your man, whatever it is, your kids, your home, your job, your money, you put all that in front of your recovery, what's going to happen? Y'all tell me, what's going to happen if you do that? For real. I'm listening. You know what I mean? If we don't put recovery first, what's going to happen? It's easy, right? We're going to go back, bro. And when that happens, all that shit we was building, that beautiful structure that we building, and everybody comes to look at it too, right? That big structure you building, that beautiful architectural masterpiece that you've been working on, you done put recovery on the back burner, right? And you done build this beautiful masterpiece, and everybody's like, wow, look at him go. And out of nowhere, you come with a bulldozer and just knock that motherfucker down. They're like, what happened, bro? What? You're like, oh no, I don't know. I don't even know. What happened? Well, we got to do it. We got to do it. I just know that. And by the grace of God, I know that today. That's why I'm fired up. I don't know if you can tell. I'm fired up, yo. I'm fired up for this recovery shit. I'm fired up for Hooked on Growth. I'll come in and I'm pushing every single day. And I know that I have to do it tomorrow. If I don't do it tomorrow, there's one thing that I can guarantee that's going to happen. I don't even got to say, you know. I'll go back out. Hold on a minute. Oh, snap. Anyways. So, sorry, I went off there. Then I was just like, you know, I'm passionate about this, though. Make sure you eat well. Man, I don't eat processed food, Paul. That's helping me, too. And thank you for reminding me about something, because, you know, especially when in our addiction, we're not eating well. We don't have proper nutrition. And I don't know if you understand, when you're malnourished, when you're vitamin deficient, what that does to you. Paul, you know what it does to us, right? If I can tell, I can feel it from you, from your comment, you know. You got to eat well. You got to get that proper nutrition, especially in recovery. Because when you're malnourished and you're vitamin deficient, what happens? I'm going to share with y'all. And it might blow your mind, because there's nutrition that we take in that goes through a methylation process. Not meth, methylation. A methylation process. So, for example, folic acid turns into methylfolate. Oh, cool, man. Yeah, I got a bunch of tattoos. These are all, you know, done on the inside. But actually not these. You know, a little Pennywise. It's my Pennywise tat. That's my girl. That's my baby. I'm getting married. My fiance, Kelly. She's stuck by my side. My love, my rock. Hold on. Where's the other one? Oh, yeah, I got the Joker. Harley Quinn. I got a little, this is a little monster. I'm gonna get that one covered up. I'm gonna get this one covered up. I'm gonna get this covered up, but I got, this is a cool one right here. Oh, you see it? Oh, come on, man. See, there it is. See, it's like my head, like a little cell. And this one's cool too. Culinary gangster. But man, yeah, I'm passionate about this recovery thing because it's working for me right now. And that's why I'm sharing it with y'all. And if you're struggling, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Congratulations to you on your time. Thank you, Jonathan, for real. If y'all don't mind, if you just got in or something, we just talking about positive stuff. We're trying to figure out how this recovery thing works. I'm trying to take any advice. I'm giving advice. I'm building a community so that we can grow together. You know, we got to be able to network. That's important, networking, man. So when I get irritated, I don't let it spiral. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get resentful, and then I'll think about that resentment all day. And before you know it, I'm spiraling. And if I don't call somebody, if I don't go to God and ask him to take this from me, show me how I need to move, how to make this go away or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but you feel me. It's going to spiral. It's going to spiral. And before you know it, I'm going to be getting those thoughts. And after them thoughts, that mental obsession, once that mental obsession, I put it in me, then phenomenon of craving sets in and it's off to the races. No coming back. Maybe not. You never know. Each time it happens faster and I go further. And it happens like, pow, quick. And it's worse inside. It ain't fun no more. The fun is long gone, man. It's long gone. If you do not stand in the mirror and look at your tattoos, if you get them so other people, I'll look at all my tattoos. And I'm going to keep getting tattoos. I just like tattoos. All my tattoos have meaning. Some of them have bad meaning. That's why I want to get them covered up. But I love tattoos. I don't know. That's me. I know some people think that you shouldn't, you know, mess with your temple. But I like them, man. It tells a story. So, I'm about to get a tattoo on my head. Yeah, that's crazy, right? But what it is my grandmother passed away, and she had wrote in her Bible, love others, and it's her last heartbeat. I'm gonna put it right here. You know, what do y'all think about that? Don't do it, right? That's probably a lot of people saying. Thank you, man. Yeah, she was a saint. And I'm not just saying that. It's crazy because both the grandmothers on both sides of my family were just amazing women, man. There's the men in my family. You know, my dad, He's an alcoholic, and I can't say that he's an honorable person, although I love him and I respect him. I don't know where he's at today. We don't really communicate. I try to, you know what I mean? I've been through some hardships with him. A lot of my trauma is not really, I'm not going to say it's because of him, but we got some trauma together, man. And a lot of my addiction is fueled. I know that from working my 4-step. And I really work my 4-step. And I'm putting these resentments down. And then I had to look at, you know, the cause. And I just didn't write down the cause. I put the cause down. And then I reflected on it. And when I reflected on it, I kind of was able to see it and work through it. You know what I mean? I worked through the trauma. Because sometimes we got some wounds, some injuries, and we're not taking care of it. You know what I mean? And so it festers, and then it gets infected, and it's unbeknownst to us, and we just keep going about our day. You know, most of us addicts have trauma, and you want to believe it or not, and sometimes that 4-step work, it will help you. It will help you. Of course I work, man. Of course I work. Right now I'm working for a kitchen, man. You know what I mean? It's not what I want to do. It's only part-time. But I have some ideas. I'm going to show y'all something. And anyways, you know what? I want to share a story with y'all. All right? I am working. Thank you, though, sir. And I'm looking to start my own business. That's why I'm going to school. And I am creating content. And I'm doing things behind the scenes. And I do a part-time job. My wife works or my fiance works. We're getting by, you know. I don't have a lot of money, and I'm not tripping though, because I do not lack. I do not lack. I have everything I need. Everything's provided. God provides it all. Okay, but I'm gonna show y'all something. And I changed something because this. Yeah, let me show you. Oh, let me turn it off. See, I keep it on all the time. Look at that. Can you see? It's a lamp. That was a bottle. This bottle was a darkness over my life, y'all. It was a darkness over my life. And so I thought, why not turn this dark, poisoned bottle into a light? It's a light now. Helps me see. And when I see it, I don't look at it as a darkness over my life. It helps me see the truth. So it's symbolic to me. And when I made it, thank you, Paul. And when I made it, I put intention into it. I said it when I was making it. You will no longer be a darkness over my life. I keep it on all the time. Even at night, I cover it with a shirt. It's kind of like a nightlight. I just keep it on. I keep it on all the time, and I see it, and I don't look at it like that no more. It's kind of trippy. For real. It's like, I don't know, there's something about it. You know, what do y'all think about that? You like that? Could you have something like that and not trip out? I mean, I just don't, because I understand the symbolism behind it. I understand the intention I put into when I made it, because I made that bottle. It's not too hard. I mean, you gotta learn the skill, and you gotta get the drill bits, and you gotta get the lamp kit, and you gotta understand a little bit about electricity. Nah, it's not, man. It's not hard. It's not hard at all. You know, you can't get the drill bit and you can't like push it. You gotta have water, you know, because it's a diamond drill bit going against glass. And you can do a lot of things. It was actually my fiance who was doing things with the bottles, and she was doing like crafts and stuff. And I seen it and I was like, because she's a bartender, right? So she was collecting bottles, a whole bunch of bottles. And she started bringing a whole bunch home, and I was like, what are you doing with all these bottles? You know what I mean? I didn't really get it. And I was like, man, look at that, man. And it really hit me, I think, in like a dream or something. You know what I mean? I don't really know how the thought came to my mind that I want to turn that dark-ass bottle into a light. Let that light shine, man. You know, turn it around into something else. It's cool, right? Hey, I'm going to come back later in a little bit. I'm just letting you know soon I'm going to have to leave, y'all. Yeah, no, man. It's I used to, I do that stuff that makes you twitch back in the day. So it's like my mannerisms. I notice it like in class. I really try to, especially when I get hype, You know, I try to stay calm. That's what that does, man. You do a lot of years. I know people, you know, their jaw start going like this, and they're not even on it. You know what I'm saying? They're just, you know, just doing it. It gets, you know, it messes with your nervous system. It sucks. My kids look at me funny sometimes. Thank you, Jonathan. I appreciate you. I'll be here. I'm gonna leave like in 8 minutes or so. My fiance's coming. I gotta go meet her. You know. Hey, but if you haven't yet, follow, man. Check out some of my content. I love making content, man. I really do. And all my spare time, that's what I'm doing. And it ain't that I'm like hoping to get 1 million followers. I mean, I want people to see it. I want people to be able to laugh and not look at themselves so harshly. You know what I mean? I want them to see my growth. And that's what I can tell you. If you hear, I promise to always keep it real, man. I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you what happened and where I'm at now. And I'm going to always do that. Because if I start lying, I'm just going to go back out, man. I'm telling you, I have found myself in a place where I can manage. I'm not unmanageable right now. God is helping me. And I honestly, I could cry right now. I ain't gonna do that though, but I'm just saying I'm happy, man. And I want to show y'all, if you're struggling or maybe you're not, maybe you know somebody, we gotta help them, man. I mean, I understand it's nasty sometimes and the shit they do, and you just don't understand. You don't understand what's happening to you or why your friend or why your loved one's doing that. I'm telling you, there's a way out. We just gotta you gotta see it. You gotta see the road. There's a light over there. There's a light right here, man. Right here. You feel me? I know how to get it. I know how to turn it on. And I ain't turning it off. Yeah, you reckon I've been sober for over 5 years. I do not twitch like... Oh, really? Cool, man. I only got 21 days, Lang. I got 21 days, man. Yeah, I relapsed. So... And what I relapsed on was first alcohol, then that stuff. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Hey, it's not no more. I got one of them. Let me show you, where my tweaker light at? No, I got a real tweaker light, boy. No, that's my lamp, man. That's my lamp. That's my light. And I'm gonna put. I already thought I'm gonna put a brass engraving on the back of it. It's got a lot of meaning, and that means something to me. Just like my uncle, for school, this is my uncle's backpack. He went to school, the same school I'm going to, 30 years ago. And he used this backpack. This is an old backpack, 30 years old, bro. And it's big, but I'm using it. Why? Because it means something to me, man. And I like that, you know? To be passionate and to love and to have meaning. Hey, and no meaningless task. Everything has a purpose. You know what I mean? I'm trying to stay present, not worried about the past. I'm not worried about that shit. And I ain't thinking about tomorrow. I'm right here, right now. That one day at a time. Makes sense, right? Makes sense. And that's why a lot of people practice meditation. And that's why they say to meditate. Because it keeps you present. Stop worrying about everything else, man. Stay focused on what you're doing. Have purpose. No meaningless task. Alright, we do our morning stuff. We're retraining the brain. That's what I'm doing. I understand. I gotta retrain the brain. I gotta retrain it because I don't think right. I don't know how to live. I wake up, I roll up. I wake up, I drink up. I wake up, I do that. Okay? Oh, hold up now. We gotta change that. I'm gonna wake up, I'm gonna pray. I'm gonna wake up and read spiritual readings. I'm gonna go to the mirror. I'm gonna talk kindly to myself, loving to myself. When I feel myself getting out of whack, I'm gonna call somebody. They don't answer, I call somebody else. They don't answer, I call somebody else. They don't answer, I call somebody else. I don't stop until it goes away. Because it does. You know, you gotta ride that wave. Ride the wave, man. If you don't ride the wave, because sometimes you don't even realize it, if you are on the lighter light thing, you are stuck. The lighter light? I don't understand, Lang. But anyways, if you ride that wave, and it will go away. You might not even know. You were so close to getting relief, man. I understand that today. So when I feel some type of way, I call my sponsor, I call my mom, I call a friend in the recovery, I call my sponsee brothers, and I make sure that I talk about it. I get a different perspective. I take my perspective, I get your perspective, and I double up. And it helps. It helps, y'all. All right? But check it out. I'm going to be back. I'll be here tomorrow. I don't have school tomorrow. I'm going to take care of my online classes tonight. That's why I'm going to get off. You know what I mean? Discipline. I got to take care of what I'm going to take care of, because that's what I said I was going to do. If I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it. I'm tired of saying a bunch of BS. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. What I'll do is I'll post a video prior. I'll post one, let you know tomorrow, because I'm not sure. I know I got some plans tomorrow. I got a meeting I got to attend, and I'm finishing up my 4th step right now, so I'm going into my 5th, which is where I'm going to tell somebody all the bad things I did, all the resentments, and I'm hoping to do that tomorrow. That's why I'm not sure, Jonathan, you know what I mean? But don't worry, I'll post something, and I'll be back, okay? Hey, if y'all's here, and you was here the whole time like Jonathan, bro, much love, bro. Hey, like I'm saying, we're going to build this community, and it's small right now. We're going to build it from the ground up, and we're going to grow, man, because we hooked on growth. Like my saying, right? We ain't hooked on dope. We hooked on growth. I love y'all, man. Peace. I'm passionate, bro. I'm a passionate person. You got a lot of energy, bro. Fuck yeah. Yeah, where you at, baby? Oh shit, we still live? We still live? We got people looking? What's up, man? I didn't even see you over here. What's up, man? Y'all I can't see. Hold on. 106, 2 watching. Hey, man. Much love. Much respect. If you're here, I'm checking out. Hooked on Growth out. I'm still getting used to the YouTube thing, okay? I got this GoPro. I kind of know how to just hook it up. But I'm going to get used to it. I'm going to keep coming back. I'm going to keep doing it like I'm doing it. So if you're here, please subscribe. Do me that favor. And don't worry. We're going to keep growing. And I'm passionate about what I'm doing. As you saw, I get a little wired up. And don't worry. It ain't on that other stuff. I'm just wired on life, bro. Life is good. God is good. And I'm going to keep